Hi, my name is Kelsey, and I am doing an impromptu speech for my public speaking class at Weber State University. So I want to talk to everyone about abortion. It's a subject that a lot of people don't like talking about, but it's been in the news a lot lately. It's just that kind of a bad thing. It's been in the news a lot lately because a lot of states are wanting to regulate abortion more than what is regulated. Like, instead of, the maximum being like 20 or 25 weeks you can get an abortion, people are bringing it down to like 15 or, even worse, 6 in those states like in Ohio, Missouri, a few other places. And I just have to ask, is that really what we want to do? What's really the issue? Is it that more people are getting an abortion, or is it that we aren't educating our children on safe sex? Because I was never educated. Not really. I don't want my parents to feel bad about this or anything, but they never educated me on safe sex. Like, they never told me, how it goes, and if you were to have sex before marriage or even after marriage, like how to be safe. And kids need to be educated on this. I grew up in Utah, and we don't really have sex ed. We have health class where they tell you don't have sex. And I just don't understand why people think that abstinence only is a good form of sex education. I mean, it's good to tell your kids, don't have sex, but you also need to inform them about what would happen if you do have sex, and to inform them about contraception and, being safe, and, make sure you're respected on both sides, and maybe not have sex till you know that you're in love. I don't know. A lot of people will lose their virginity between the ages of 15 and 30. Or there's some people that I know that lost their virginity at 14 and they got pregnant because they weren't informed on safe sex. So they got pregnant and then they kept the child and they were a mother at 14 years old. And I don't mean to oust the guys or anything, but a lot of the times the guys just kind of disappear, or their parents will tell them, don't let this girl ruin your life, when it was both people that created that child, not just one. I'm just saying that if we're gonna be creating these laws, we should be creating laws that says that we have to teach children about safe sex so that they do not get pregnant and get STDs, and so then the girl will have to go get an abortion, and that would be a really hard experience. I never had to go through that, but I'm sure a lot of girls have had to go through it. They've gone by themselves, and it's not easy. And I don't think that legislatures who don't know anything about the woman's body or how the whole anatomy works, for them to pass these laws. I really think that they need to consult doctors, because doctors are the ones that know what is going to be safe for the mother and the baby, and when is the appropriate time, when would the maximum time would be for you to get an abortion. I don't understand why this has become so popular now. I know that there are some people that want to overturn Roe versus Wade. That's not a good idea. It would not be good if we overturn Roe versus Wade. Things would actually get worse, because even if you make something illegal, people are still going to do it. Marijuana has been illegal for so long now, and we all know that there are so many people, they smoke marijuana. They do it illegally. And it's gonna happen. And before Roe versus Wade, women were getting alley abortions, with a coat hanger, and it would kill them. And you got to think about the mother, but you can also think about the child. Yes. And I don't know, maybe life does start at conception, but I do believe that it should be up to the mother, the father, and their doctor on if they should get an abortion or not. And it is their choice. Now, I don't agree with the whole slogan, my body, my choice, because it's no longer your decision, like the woman's decision, alone, because she is carrying a child inside her that, not just herself created, but the man it created as well. So I think that, maybe like the two need to make that decision together. But I don't believe that women should keep saying my body, my choice, because it's no longer your body once you get pregnant. It's your body, but you're carrying someone that you created with someone else. So they should be a part of the conversation on if you should get an abortion or not. So that's my stance on abortion. I don't agree with these laws that are going on right now. I think that, first of all, doctors need to be part of the conversation, and we need to inform our kids about safe sex. Don't be afraid to talk to your kids about safe sex. I'm not a mother, but I know that the more you talk to your children, the better it will be. Just like with alcohol and drugs, talk to them about these things, be honest with them, but try and persuade them, we would like it if you would not do these things, but we're going to educate you on these things just in case if it does happen. Be honest with your kids. A lot of parents are just afraid to talk to their kids about sex, and I don't think that's a good parenting style. So I hope that a lot of people will watch this and they will take this advice, or not really advice, just take this into perspective with what's going on in the world. Thank you.